All right, so we're getting ready to start the Kelly versus Matt BFS match. This is 8-ball BCA rules. Rack your own alternate break. Kelly won the leg, so he will rack and break first.
All right, here we go. This is a race to 7, 8-ball. How's it sounding, Rich? Sounding good?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Good. Looks like Kelly crushed the brake there, but scratched on the brake. Haven't seen Matt Mitchell play for a long time. It's been a while. Going old school BFS, bringing in one of the originals, one of the OGs.
Right, the original guy.
Yeah.
I was shooting with him earlier, right before this started here, and he still shoots all right. You know, just gotta keep his head together.
Yeah. Matt Mitchell was part of BFS #1 with Pancho Silva. Hasn't played a BFS since. So other than the end of the year tournament we had back then,
Yeah, and he lives in the Goldendale area now, so he plays his BCA and everything over there. But he may be one of those that we'll see around more often. You know, if the tournament is right with his work schedule and stuff. I know he likes coming down here to play, so.
Yeah, that's good. Tied up his 15 ball there. It looks like. I mean, I think it still passes the 8 to this corner down here, but
kind of looks like it does. Now, you know, their Fargos are posted right after their name, and you see a pretty good discrepancy there in the two. Now, the reason being that's what their Fargos are today. When we scheduled this match, Kelly was a 451, but due to his recent performance and his performance in the King of the Valley tournament we had here, his Fargo has jumped up 9 points.
Yeah, Kelly played really good in that King of the Valley. So
he did, and he played good against strong players, which really helped his Fargo take a kick, you know. And that's good for Kelly, you know, because he's one of those guys that loves to improve and build on his Fargo, and so that was a big confidence booster to have it jump up 9 points. That's a lot.
Can't tell. Can he make this 4-ball down in the bottom right hand corner down here? If he can, then that's probably the shot he wants to start with, but I'm not sure he can. He might be stuck back cutting the 7 into the side or playing the 1-ball. Playing that 1-ball, he's going to want to hit that with some right-hand English because he wants to be able to open the 3-ball up as well. It's an aggressive shot, though.
You know, after today's SVB match that we did, and every time I drew a line, SVB took a different route. just made me look pretty dumb. But tempted to just retire from drawing lines.
Well, I'll tell you, I wasn't doing a whole lot of drawing in that match. I did a little bit, but I'm starting to feel like, because every once in a while, I have a little bit of awkwardness to some of my patterns and stuff. But you know what? I should have been doing some line drawing in that match, because a lot of what Shane was doing was exactly what I was thinking he was going to do. So there was a
Yeah,
few
well,
times you're
the few matches
throwing.
we did today, the few matches that we did today, you were relatively spot on with your lines. And if you drew a line and you had a secondary thought, you said, well, you could also do this, and then ultimately one of those is exactly what they did. So you were doing pretty good with that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt pretty in tune. I don't know if that 2 can pass into the side, but that's going to be a problem ball.
Yes, it is. It doesn't look like it from our view, whether that 2 goes in the side. I have to think it doesn't. This might be something where maybe if he can get below the 6, he could play that off of that 2. Because he doesn't really have a good breakout ball, and he kind of needs that 7 ball to maybe get good shape on this 4. So he's kind of stuck there. But he left Matt in a tough spot here. He's tree topped over the 11 and having to play a combo.
Yeah, which is never easy. Well, stripes are. This is a problem ball over here, but I think this ball passes into this corner here. So really, the only problem ball he has is that 10 that's over on the rail. Kelly can thin cut that 3 into the corner. He can play the 6 up into this pocket. Although I would probably leave that 6 ball and try to play to the bottom side to play it off the 2, like what you mentioned.
Yeah,
he's going for this 3 ball here. Probably going to end up out here in this area somewhere. Oh, I missed it. I'm going to give Matt another opportunity here, and it opened up that pocket for the 10.
Yes, it did, and there's a good chance, and it all now really depends on this 15. If it does go by that way, then he has a really good chance to get out here. If it doesn't, then he definitely needs to address that soon.
Yeah. What's it looking like there at the Dutch? Are there any spectators in there yet, or still a little slow?
Your Pookie's here.
Aw, my Demar.
Yeah, he's here, and Chelsea's here. Other than that, there's a handful of customers in here sprinkled around. No pool players. The other 3 tables are all down. Of course, number 2 is reserved, like I usually do, so that they don't bother this match on table 1.
Yeah. You need to tell Dacia that I want a tea. No lemon. So Matt tried to play that up into the corner. The one benefit he got here is he has that 8 ball locked up, and he moved the 6 ball out of a spot where he can play the 6 off the 2. So Kelly's going to need to use that 3 ball, I think, to break the 2 off of there. Got the 7 ball to start with.
Yeah, I think I'd almost play this off the 11. Hit it a little firm, and but that works too. But yeah, I think I would have hit it firm into the 11 and play shape to maybe come up this way for the 3. See if I could work that into helping my 2 ball.
Yep. Well, he made a good swing there to try to open up that 2. Just came off a little flat. Probably a good thing, though, because if you used some left-hand English and came down into the 2 ball, he could scratch really easily.
So I see in the chat, I got a hi guys from Tammy Barney, which I'm going to assume is Rodney, because it usually has been. Hi, Rodney. Another thing this weekend, you got the big Casey Barney birthday tournament going on this weekend in the Lower Valley, so I'm sure there's a ton of people at that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Kelly was trying to make that ball or if he was just playing it safe there. I don't mind the safe. It definitely left Matt no shot, but I think it would have been better off if Kelly would have put that three into a little bit better of a spot.
So yeah, it kind of looks like Matt's trying to reorganize, kind of move the furniture around, and hope to position himself better. And Kelly's in a tough spot as well. He doesn't have anything great to shoot at. So it looks like game one here is going to be in a back and forth safety game.
Yeah. Matt made a good little save, and then Kelly played one back. I'd like to see Kelly get that three up here somehow. But he can actually play it right here.
Here's the shot. Play the four right off the two.
Does he have the angle to be able to run up into here and separate those
no,
boards?
he's on the wrong side of it.
That's too bad. Oh, he needed to hit that two fuller there.
Yeah, definitely. Because I don't think it passes the 14 to the corner.
It banks now, but the 8-ball is the big problem.
Yeah. On that shot just before that Matt's last shot where he played and gave Kelly that shot on the 4, I wouldn't have minded him coming over here and bumping this 9-ball. Kind of open that up just a little and bring the cue ball down here, considering the Kelly's balls were in terrible location.
Well, I think Kelly's going to be in a lot of trouble right here. Matt's probably going to do a little stop shot off this ball right here.
Yeah, that would be definitely the way to go. And he's looking at it. I just hope he doesn't try to play it off the 9 and do that, because the 9's got to go a long ways to get a rail.
Yeah, he's going to open it up. And it's not a bad thing, opening all this right now. The 2 has no pocket. So he can hit this set of balls here in a way that opens it all up. Would still get a hit benefit.
Kind of looks like he's in an overthinker's mode right now. And he hit that well. I don't think he left a jump shot. At least not for Kelly. Those are cue ball and the 9-ball are too close for him. His liking, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think Kelly's going to try to move this ball up, tie it up with the other stuff.
I don't understand that one too much. I get it if we're to run it up in here somewhere, but to just graze it, I don't know if that's just a miss hit or what.
Now Matt can actually play an aggressive safety here, and shoot
and
this 9.
Open up that. Yeah.
Yeah, open that up and then leave him back here. He's got to hit it though if he's to do it, but he's not going to. Looks like he's just going to play it straight forward.
Yeah, he had the right idea to play that safe, but he just didn't think about opening up his ball up there. Even not breaking it up, okay, because Kelly's eventually going to send the cue ball up there and open it up for him. But what he needs to do, if he don't plan to break that apart, he needs to be positioning his stripes near pocket the best he can in his safety play to give him bailouts, in case Kelly gets a good hit on the 2 and it ends up a little funny. He'll have options.
Yeah.
So I think, right now, if he aims kind of at this mark, this way, it should come off that way. But for me, I think I kind of like the 2 rail going. Well, maybe the 15 is in the way of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like he needed to hit up and table more this in this spot with where he was. But Matt's earned himself ball in hand with an open table, so let's see if he can pick a good pattern here and run these balls and get the early lead.
Yeah, I mean, I like where he's starting. And that little angle he has, if he leaves it there, he could end up over here for the 9 ball next, which would be ideal. Just don't overhit this. People need to understand how useful follow is. You don't have to, stun draw or draw everything. And see, overhitting that, and right here, the 11 ball would be the ideal ball, but considering the shot he would have on that, he needs to play the 14, just like that, and he got himself a nice workable angle. He got a natural angle to just go up and then back out. And we'll see if that's what he sees too.
Yeah, he might end up 50-yard line in here, depending on how he hits this.
Or he could end up perfect.
Yeah, put a little bit of outside English on it and came down the other end of the table.
He hit that great. Got a little bit of cut on the safe ball, but fully expect him to make that. The natural angle, the natural tangent line is to come over this way, so that's safe. But, if he tries to draw it or hit it hard, do something crazy, he could bring that pocket in, but I doubt it will. And just like that, Matt is on the scoreboard first. It's also his rack and break. And now you may see when Kelly racks, he uses the magic rack. Matt was having a lot of issues with that in practice, so he's opting to use the rack, which is perfectly fine since it is rack your own.
Yeah, this table has been proving over some of these BFS matches that it doesn't break the best. So whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you're getting decent breaks and making balls with is the way you definitely need to go.
Well, we just got a couple more pool players, to come in and watch. These two were here the other night as well. That's Amy and Todd.
Nice.
Rodney, I see you in the chat there. Yeah, you're driving. It's probably a good idea you don't text. But drive safe. For those of you watching, some of you may have noticed on my Facebook today, there's some match links from EvoSports over for the Don Weir Memorial Tournament that's happening this weekend in Everett at Golden Fleece. Josh and I did some commentary on 4 matches. The last one was Shane Van Boning and Stephen Weekly. I have to say, I enjoyed it all quite a bit. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed it as well. I had a really good break here. Chose solids. This is the problem ball here. And the 6, he has to be able to get specific shape for. He can do something. He can develop that 5 off the 4 ball down here, as long as he leaves himself some sort of angle. But he's got some work to do. It's definitely not easy from here. He's going to shoot that 3, and he's going to be kind of stretched out over those balls there with his stroke.
Luckily, he's tall, so he can reach that a lot better than I could.
And he fell into the window for the 6, so that's good.
He did, so that's good. I see Jeffrey Me in the chat there, watching with the family. They did family photos today, so they're all over at the parents' house. So they did their family photos. JC was here earlier.
Man, that probably takes forever to get family photos with the Me family. Bunch of butterfly watchers they are. Not you, Michelle. Just the boys. You and Angel are probably not too bad. Is he trying to play that off the stripe, I think? Into the corner, trying to open that pocket up?
Yeah, he seen me doing it earlier. I was firing balls, carrying them from all over the place and drilling them. So I think he may have thought, doesn't look that tough, but you do have to know how to aim them. But he did open that pocket up for himself and then put Kelly's 13 ball over there on the rail.
Yeah, he didn't leave an easy shot here for Kelly to start. It's always tough to come to the table without a good opening shot. Kelly's got a lot of balls to go here, but he's got to make the first one. Yeah. Didn't hurt him too much. Left Matt that long shot at the 4. And he can't play with too much speed or else he'll get funky on his 6.5.
Yeah, but the good part for him is, all he has to focus on is pocketing this ball, because the 4 ball, because it gives him natural shape to the 5 or 6. Give him something to work with.
Just watching here, Matt's got a little bit of a funky stance. I don't remember him having that stance before.
Well, he didn't have that big old belly either.
Yeah, put on a little bit of weight, I can see. Yeah, Kelly's got this 14. Looks like he's going to be shooting at. It's probably the easiest starting ball. Just smart. So Kelly's struggling a little bit here. He's going to have to get things under control and get his composure, play with a little bit more composure than that. He's been hitting the balls really good, so he's got to start playing with some confidence here.
Might be under additional pressure because Chelsea's here. She just recently won her match, and so, he's going to be in that he really wants to win mode as well. He's got a good chance in this. Not that he can't win this. He just got to keep his head together and play the way he has been. He's been doing a great job.
Yeah. Matt went about that a little different than I would have. Looks like, I don't know if that 5 passes the 15. If it does, he got pretty fortunate there because he got on the wrong side of these balls. Oh, it does not. He's going to get another chance here.
Yeah, and I don't think he can. That 15 passes in such a way that he can hit this with any speed. He may even have to go rail 5. But to me, I think it's something he needs to address now.
Yeah, I think he just left Matt a shot at this 5 ball here.
Yeah, and it's they're having your Pookie Bear come watch this hit. And I can tell you, I'm sitting right in line with this shot, and it's tight by the 8, tight by the 15, but I think you need to put a little bit of English on this to help throw that 5 ball over there. And he hit that perfect, just really well. A lot harder than I thought he was going to, but he got the cue ball controlled and in a position to give him, good shape on the 8. Yeah, because he could easily just go into the 2 rail, come out here. Pretty natural.
Well, with the position of that 6 ball, he's going to be hitting the rail like in this area. It's probably going to be traveling up towards this 13, which can cause some issues.
Yeah, he went and looked from a little further up table. He's walking around to the shot like he's a little disappointed, but I'd be pretty happy with that shape.
Well, he's disappointed because it didn't do what he wanted to do. I think he was trying to split between the 13 and 15 and come off the rail and come out into this area. But he's got a good shot at it, so you just got to throw that out of the mind and get down and make the ball here. Oh, and he missed it. It gave Kelly a good chance here. This is where Kelly needs to, play with some confidence, put a good stroke on the ball, and run these balls out. Starting with that 9 ball.
Yeah, he definitely needs to get out here and get this game and tie it up 1-1, just for his own mental side of it.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is there. He just has to take his time, and do things how he knows he should, and not just fire away at things.
Pretty good stroke on the ball there, but I'm not sure he really picked a spot where he was playing shape to, which is why he kind of come up in the middle of everything here.
Yeah, I agree. He was just trying to play to the middle and not, anything specific, and so he ended up with this. And so, those of you watching out there, when you're going to play shape, don't just play shape to an area. Play something specific, because if you're thinking about it and you visualize it in the shot, even if you underhit or overhit, your tendency is going to be in a good line to be able to still have a shot. He's in a position where he came up short and is tough on every ball.
Well, he drilled it, but he left himself long and tough.
Yes, he did. And, the 8 sitting there in that pocket just added pressure. But Kelly must be feeling pretty good. Now he's in a really good line to get out here, playing a 10 in the side pocket. He can just stop that by the 14 in the corner, or he can use that little bit of angle to come out. Okay, so far so good. He just needs to watch this ball. Don't relax, just keep doing what he's doing and make this ball. And just like that, we're going to have a 1-1 match. That's a great out. Actually, pretty solid. Good job, Kelly. And that, like I said, that's big for his mental side of it, mental side of this match. It's going to definitely keep his confidence up. I know he was feeling pretty good about it when he was coming into it, and that's going to help stay there and maybe even rise above. So we'll see how he keeps going. Okay, so Kelly got a dry break. Um, Table is open, and Matt gets to choose first, but doesn't have any like easy starter shot. I can't tell if he can get by that one ball to see the 9. If he does, that'll be the easy starter. He might even be looking for 13 combo right here. Not a bad starting shot, but it is a combo, so you got to give it its due respect and look at that. Matt just kind of called the shot and then just shot it right away. And now, Kelly's going to pocket the 13 ball and take the stripes. He's got a great starting shot here, and then he's got the 11 to be next, and should have a little angle to work with.
Yeah, I like that he drew that ball a little bit and should have stayed right there, because if he rolls down for it down here, the back cut on the 11 is running into the 12 and can move that into a bad spot. It might be hard to get the cue ball out of there. Still might have an issue with it here, but if he doesn't hit this too hard, he can get around that 12 going forward. Oh, he overcut it.
Yes, he did, and then the dreaded scratch. The one thing you don't want to do. And he's scratching the side, so Matt will come to the table with ball in hand. I don't really see any trouble balls for him, so
So where do you start here?
Well, I don't mind where he's starting here. Clean up this half of the table and then work on this half next. But I definitely want to get rid of this 5 ball, because I don't like having balls on opposite rails of each other. Because, that's just more traveling I got to do.
Agreed. I would have played the 7 down into this bottom left-hand corner. That way I could bring my cue ball down here. And then play the 6 next.
Yeah, he definitely left him tough. You can see the 5 ball, so it's tight by the 8, but you can see it. Pretty decent recovery there, but he does not have a good shot. So I fully expect, a safety kind of like this is coming up. If he gets out into here, basically the Kelly look at the 10 ball, forcing him to have to make that. And then, he wouldn't have a whole lot of options after that. But he played that with a really good speed there and took away the 10 as well. So, Kelly will most likely jump for the 9 ball here. That does appear to be the shot he's going for.
Yeah, the only way this can really go awry is if he jumps and hits the side rail first, because it'll bounce out this way. He wants to keep it on the mat here. He clipped that 1 ball though.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. So now the trouble ball I see is the 4. So to me, that's where you need to start. Just to send it up table that way, and then he can do what he can do whatever he wants to do from there.
Yeah, you can shoot the 3 ball too to get that pocket open for
True.
the 4. You can play the 3 ball with some draw and come around it, or you can play the 3 ball and come off the rail and back over here to shoot the 2 in the side. That clears that pocket for the 4.
Well, he attempted to do the draw shot you mentioned and come around to the 4, but didn't get enough and ended up hitting the 4 and basically eliminating any shot. He's going to have to back cut this one ball here. It isn't easiest from that angle, but it's there. Pocket is available.
Yep. Yeah, I like playing the 3 and coming off over here towards that stripe that was here, because he would have been, the 2 was over here more. He could have played the 2 down and then played the 1, the 6, and playing that 6, he would have came off the rail and over here and had the 4 for the key ball to the 8. But he went for that back cut there and didn't do really anything to try to keep the cue ball from coming towards his ball.
Let me get another Pepsi, please.
You don't need no more Pepsi, Rich. Cut off.
Okay, thank you.
Kelly's got ball in hand, though. He's got some problem balls here and here. I don't know if the 15 passes. This might be a good spot where he shoots the 15 into that corner pocket, leaves the cue ball here, and then plays the 9 and plays.
Yeah, both of these right here, both of those go in that corner pocket, so he's okay there.
Yeah, if the 15 passes the 1, then I don't mind him starting down over here.
Yeah, I think the same thing too. He should have started with these up here, especially since both of those went to that corner. But he's still okay. You know, he just needs to pick a ball he wants to shoot in, pick an area or pick a spot that he's trying to get to, just like you're drawing there. That would be definitely ideal, sure.
Yeah, that's what he's trying. You can put a little bit of high left on this, so he comes off the rail and comes down this direction. Be best, just like that. So now here he can play the 10 and have his cue ball come off the rail like this, and then have that 9 ball.
That's come into play. So far, he's been great. Oh, working everything, taking his time, looking at things. Thank you.
He's taking a lot of time on this ball.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit it good. Might have got a little straight.
Yeah, I think he has enough angle to be able to come out.
Yeah. Will he try drawing it though, coming out this way?
Looks like he's stroking top. So.
Okay, good. Very good.
Oh, and he hit that really well. I need to slow down. All right, he's perfect. Got a nice 8 ball on the side. Nicely done. Nicely done to get there.
Kelly started off extremely sluggish, not putting a good stroke on the ball, and he's definitely corrected that. He's starting to hit the balls pretty good. So Matt's gonna have to bear down. Kelly stroking the ball like this, it's going to be a tough match for him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Kelly was sluggish from the beginning. You know, probably a little nerves and all of that. Got to get it out. He's over here shaking his hands out and everything. So he's definitely feeling it. But that out was very nice, methodical. He took his time. He didn't rush anything. He picked his spots and got to them. You know, and that helped him to make that nice out. Now, Matt's going to have to come back with the same energy. Just, you know, to keep up with Kelly, which we'll see right here how hard he hits it.
Excuse me.
Kind of see how he's feeling.
Was he breaking with his shooting cue as well?
Yeah, you know, I look over here, and that's the only cue he has. I don't know if he has anything else and just doesn't have it put together, or maybe he doesn't have a jump cue either. But that shooting cue is the only cue he has out.
Yeah, might just do it all with that one.
But see, that would be something. That would be something as his opponent I would be aware of, and you know, put him in a position to have to jump just to see, you know, if he has one in his bag or not. because if he doesn't, or he doesn't like to jump, that's definitely going to be. You can use that against him.
Yeah. I shot that a little fast. Ended up missing. Left Kelly's shot here. I'm not sure what I like better. I almost like. I don't know. I might take solids here. Be nicer if he had a little bit more of a back cut on the 6. He's going to go for stripes here. Going to try to cut that 12 on the side.
Yep.
Does not want that ball to fall. That's good.
So it does look like 15 goes through here. I think that's what he was playing shape for, was to be in this area.
Yeah, he's going across his shape line, so he overhit a little bit, but he can make this ball. Well, he's on the rail, left himself a tough shot at that 10 on the side, and he got down fast. This isn't a gimme. But he hit it good.
Yeah, he liked it.
Left
So
himself a little straight on this 9 ball, though.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to put a stroke on this one. Get the cue ball back down here to play.
That's a good attempt.
Oh, here comes safety, I think. I just want to 13 is off the rail, so just going to give it a little bump. Force Matt to do some work here.
Yeah, Matt's got a pretty easy, safe back here, though, with where his 14 and 13 are. He can play that 6 ball and just leave the cue. He can run that cue ball right down anywhere in here. Play the 6 off this end rail. He'll have covered. He went for that ball.
You know, when it first took off, I thought it made it. It was on a pretty good line. I think I would go to the side rail for 13 just to get that hit. Kind of like that.
Yeah, I was just measuring out what angles he had there, playing around with his drawing tool a little bit.
Yeah, he left it tough, but Matt can play this combo. 6 sitting in the pocket, you know, it's basically a bailout. Just fire the 2 up in that general direction. And it should go. The important part is to control the cue ball. Put it somewhere that's going to help you.
Yeah, because when he shoots this 2 ball, he's opening up that 14. So now it's where he's going to have to be aggressive. Made a good shot there.
You know, he loaded up on inside to run that cue ball back into that pack, and he did it perfectly. I mean, every one of his balls has a home.
Yep, and he has an option here. He can cut this 3 in, and he can come down and run into this to hold for the 5 up into this corner or the 5 in the side. Or what I would probably do is I would probably play the 2. I'm giving myself some shape on the 7 to be able to either bottom side and play the 7 and come off up here.
Yeah, come down for the 5, yeah.
Or hit this 2. Hit this 2 and have the 2 go 2 rails like this. Leave himself a cut shot. Oh, he chose safe. The one bad thing about that safety, though, is he put both his 7 and 2 in not such a good spot. You know, he hit that a little different and make sure that he could have played that, left the 7 out here, and moved the 2 off over into this direction, so it's makeable.
Yeah, definitely.
Easier, I should say. Oh, Kelly makes a great shot, and he called that too.
He did. That was really good.
It was a good shot. And got pretty good leave on the 8. That's the one thing. Matt had an opportunity to get out there, and he chose to play safe. And that's one of the problems I have with playing too many safeties. When you have opportunities to get out, is you don't want to give your opponent a chance at the table.
Right, because even though they're shooting a kick shot, what happens if he makes that? And then like in this case, he made it perfectly and gave himself an out, and he got there.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas if Matt would have went for his out, maybe he wins this game. It's a real similar situation to the match Tuesday night. I felt like Murray may have played, a few too many safeties when there was opportunity to go for the out. Now, going the safety route is not a bad thing as long as you get that safety. But as you can see, all it takes is one good kick shot or maybe one good hit that leaves you funky, and then now the advantage goes to your opponent. So keep the odds in your favor. When the out presents itself, you gotta trust yourself to go for it. And like I said, if you don't get there, if you don't get out, it's not because of a bad decision. It's because you failed to execute a shot. So Kelly dry broke. Matt doesn't have the easiest of starting shots. You go with this. It wants to be striped, but this combo is available. That 9-ball by itself is also available. It looks like he's going with the combo just to open up that trouble. He did that nicely. Needs to draw back on this 9. There you go. Now you can roll forward in for the 12 ball next. Now, this 13 does go here. So now his trouble ball is the 15. So he ended up pretty straight on the 12 ball too. That's not going to help him move the cue ball around much. Looks like he played to cheat that pocket a little bit, give him another angle to get over there. But in doing so, he hung the 12, giving Kelly to the table. Nice starting shot on the 5 here.
Sorry about that. I had to walk away and feed my little puppy. She was over here giving me the eye, hungry. So this playing this 1 ball, he can, I don't know if you mentioned that, but he can come off and move this 8 into a better spot. Oh, right around it.
Well, it nudged it. It did nudge the 8 on its way by. He could have just as well shot the 3 ball here and took another shot at moving the 8. But he's not out of the woods. He was trying to play the 7 and bump the 3 and ended up overcutting the 7. Now Matt has a shot. So he left himself a tough angle on this 15. Does go up table. I can tell you the best way when it throws like that is doing a center top, and that'll help that cue ball run the rail. And it looks like on that one he got a little bit behind it. Maybe had too much outside English on it.
I don't think this.
That, pushed the ball outside.
I don't think the 6 passes the 9, right?
The 13? No, it does not.
13.
And now the 15 is tied to the 8 as well.
Well, he got shaped to his 4 ball. That was a problem.
You know, something he could do, try to get out here somewhere, to bank that 6, because that 7 makes that corner pocket much bigger.
Yeah.
Man, that was a pretty good try, pocketing that, because that pocket was super tiny from that angle. Now, that 13 does go. The 15 does not. So, Matt's going to have to address it. You know, I would think he would want a nice angle to work with. He went with the inside. Wow, nice little bump there.
It's a man after my own heart right there. Using inside to be able to put some power in their shot and run into a breakout.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I would bank this ball. Play that natural shape.
No, that 13 ball goes, right?
It does.
Yeah, I would play
So,
the 13 ball and just take the cut on the 15.
Yeah, if you end up in that nice window here, you know, depends on how hard you hit this.
I would just try to play like a stop shot
come
on
off
the
6, come over here.
See, I wouldn't have done that. I would have just tried to play a little stop shot right here. I would have took this cut right here, play with some high left, and just come back and forth like this.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. I would have kept it a little cleaner and more simple, you know.
I don't think he can see it now. Can't see the cut angle, so you know, he could try to bend it, I suppose, and use spin to throw that ball down. That very difficult shot. You have to do the 3-row bank. Yet another very difficult shot, but it's there. Okay, wasn't a bad idea. Very poor execution. Needed to hit that probably half the speed at which he did.
Yep.
But because he hit it a little bit firm, it put, you know, separation between the 4 and 15, and then the scratch didn't help.
I put my cue ball kind of where I just laid it, and I'd play that with a little bit of right-hand English and come off the rail and hit the 8.
Yeah, I can't tell if the 8 ball passed the 15 in the corner. Kind of looks like it might.
Oh, I don't think it passes at all. I think he's got to try to play shape to it from here or move it.
Yeah, you can put some left English on this and maybe go break it out a little bit more. Give it a nice little nudge like that, which I'm pretty sure there's going to be a safety now. Going to roll it up on the rail 15. Oh, wow, I would not have done that.
I left him a pretty easy kick shot here.
Yeah, and Matt's right-handed too, so but then again, you don't have a jump cue, so I don't see but someone who does jump, this would definitely be pretty basic. But yeah, if he'd have rolled the 8 onto the rail, then onto the 15, and the cue ball right up there behind it, then that would have been a tough 1-rail or 2-rail kick, and wouldn't be as much of a sellout potential as this one is. Because all he really needs to do is pocket this ball, and the cue ball should stay in that area to play the 8-up table.
So I think the problem came in is he had ball in hand, and he could have shot that 4 and moved the 8 out of there at that point. But instead, he waited and shot it last. And then when he didn't get a good shot at it, he kind of left himself in a tough spot. Now Matt's going to be forced into trying to bank that ball to here.
Yeah, that's a tough one because that's not a natural angle. So he's definitely going to have to cinch that. It'd almost be better to just roll up on it and play it safe, and then let Kelly decide what he wants to try to do. Because no matter what, it's tough. So it doesn't appear that he's going to play safe, considering what pocket he called. Um,
That's a good
that's
shot.
actually a pretty smart shot. That was a great shot. And if Kelly makes this, then, kudos to Kelly. But, I could feel good about doing that and leaving that behind for my opponent.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing easy about that at all.
Yeah, it was a good shot for sure.
Yeah, that was a great safety. But Kelly came to play today.
Wow, that was a good recovery there from Kelly.
Yeah, that was a really good shot there. Pretty
sporty.
Yeah, it was aggressive to attack it, but when you center pocket bank it, then I guess there's no real problem. But he did go run off to the bathroom right after that, so maybe he was clinching pretty tight. That was a great shot. Definitely lots of pressure because I think Matt walked away from that safety feeling pretty good, and rightfully so. And then Kelly just come with a great shot. So, you can't take nothing away from him. You can't hang your head on it. You just got to roll with it.
Yeah, Matt made a good shot. He got into that quite a bit and ended up scratching. So,
yeah, and in BCA rules, this is ball in hand anywhere on the table for the opponent. A couple of trouble balls, but manageable. So what do you start with here, Josh? You go with solids or stripes?
I'm probably going to start with solids. I'm going to take care of these down here. I'd have to really be able to take a look at it and see what I would be getting, whether I want to play the 1 and come over and hit this ball and stay there for the 3, or whether I'd want to play the 1 forward and come down and run into the 3-5 and get these to kind of separate out. I'm not sure. Kind of have to depend. I mean, that's where you got to get up here and really look and see how these can split and how they can play. But I think I would start with solids and go that route, mostly because it's hard to take ball in hand and make one of these balls here for stripes.
Yeah, that 13 ball right here doesn't really have a home, even with ball in hand. There's nowhere easy to put it. So solids would be a good choice. And starting in here would be the optimal place to start. Address those problems first, because everything else is out in the open. It goes.
Yep.
So you get this opened up a little bit for yourself. Now chances of you getting out of, become much better.
I can play the 1 on the side. He's got a big side pocket there if he wants to play it off the 12 too.
Yeah, and I think he should play it to cut off of that or come off that 12. And I say that because it's pretty steep. It's steeper than it looks in the video in the screen here. Now, I'm sitting in line with it. It's a steeper cut. So definitely could use the 12 to help himself out. And he did. And he did it just right. Overran his shape, so
He's got a pretty clean shot at the 6.
Yeah, and so he feels good, and the way he's shooting right now, he has to feel like he's out.
Yeah.
And this would be big if he gets to the hill here. Just roll this in, come off the side rail, play the 4 on the side, just like that. That's a little friendly bump.
Play a little. Don't know if he can play a little draw stroke to come up in here.
Well, I think he can, but he's treetop on the 15 now, and cutting the 2 in the side. That cue ball is going to be kind of running this way, but he might get lucky and bumping up with his 14 to take the speed off and move the cue ball over in towards the 5.
Ooh, that was scary.
That was, but he's got a shot. He's not hook. It's not easy. And the natural angle, it's going to be kind of moving this way. And, I take that back. It might be a little hooked by the point.
Yeah, when he was cutting that 2 in the side, the 2 he played to this side of the pocket, and it was fat and hit that 14. I would have tried to overcut it and miss the 14 and come off the end rail and back out this way. And he gives a ball in hand here. So Matt's going to have an opportunity here to try to narrow the gap to 2. I like starting right where Matt's starting.
Yeah, definitely.
Just stun this over and then play this ball next down over here.
It wouldn't surprise me if he goes over towards the rail to play the 14. Get that a little short. I can't tell if the 9 passes the 12. It might, but he's definitely focused on the 10 ball, which is fine. You got to play that natural angle shape. He hit that really short. And it wiped its feet on the way in, but it got there. And
Yeah,
he can see the 12.
He wanted to definitely get up in this area.
Yeah, for sure.
Shoot that 14 next. But he's got a good shot here on the 12, and it'll open up the table for him right here, I think, if he sinks this ball. Yep.
He hit that really good and at a good speed, and he was rewarded. The little bump on the 15 to make it straight into the side. He can just roll forward a little bit on that, come into here, and then play the 9 there. Can't get too crazy here. There you go.
For you people out there watching the stream, say hi in the chat. We've seen Rodney and Jeffrey Me say hi, but let us know who's out there watching.
So now I would have rolled forward a little more to kind of straighten the shot out with the intent to play shape into this area for the 8 side.
Yeah, if he hits this soft, then he can still roll pretty good to it.
And he hit it good, and he got a nice shot, very high percentage shot on the side. So Matt still got some life in him.
Yeah, for sure. He's not backing down. He's going to bring it within 2 here, and there you go.
Yeah, that was a really nice out, and
yep. I like seeing that from Matt. There's no quit in him there. He's just he's down by 3, but he just narrowed the gap, and he's still here to play. So it's Kelly's break. Let's see what he can develop off this break. I'd like to see one of these guys get a break and run in this match. They're both capable. They just gotta keep the calm and play it methodically.
That was a big game for Matt. He needed that out.
Yeah.
I think he, even being down, but I think he proved something to himself with that. He did make a nice out. Got a little funny on a couple of them, but he recovered well and did what he needed to do. Got it.
Kelly makes a ball. A little bit of a cluster up here near where the rack was, which is pretty standard with using the regular rack. But it looks like it's going to be stripes. He's getting down kind of fast. I don't know if I like this because I think he had a shot on this 14 ball to try to develop this stuff here while he still had 3 open shots down here, for backups.
Yeah.
I like to have seen him try to do something.
I think he just wanted to start with a simpler shot.
Yeah, that makes sense. But, those balls were a really good spot as backup balls if you don't get something good out of these clustered balls up here.
Yeah.
Now he's going to have that shot, and we're going to see what he gets. This 9 goes in this side here, if that's the 9 or the 13. So if he spins off and runs into this 2 ball, he'll be in a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely needs to cinch that a little bit and get up in there, and he just has to understand that he doesn't have to blast this. He just needs to bump a couple. So he being all stretched out with his extension on, he tried to load up on the inside English and gave himself a miscue. Easy to do.
Yep.
Uh,
Matt's got a pretty free combo here he can shoot at. Now, I would assume he's going to play a safety here and move the 1 to the rail. You can leave the cue ball in this area. But he does have, looks like an open shot at the 2, so he can back cut the 1 into the side as well. So that was a safety. I didn't realize.
I was wondering what happened there.
Yeah, he played safe. He just kicked the cue ball back into a spot where Kelly could make a ball, and he cinched that ball, but he didn't really play shape to his next shot.
Yeah, in that position, that way the table was laid out and everything, I don't like the safety play there. I think going for that combo, and basically, I'll say it, play the 2-way, he would have been okay there. But, Kelly failed to get out, and I think Matt might have gave him that 9 in the side.
Yeah, if it goes in the side.
Oh, it doesn't go clean, so he's opting for the bank.
I don't think this bank goes. The angle this is going to hit up in here is going to come out wide if he doesn't run into anything.
Yeah, it went out right on your line.
Yeah, but he got his ball out of there though, and
he did. Yeah, and he left it very tough still for Matt.
Matt's going to play another safety here.
Thank you.
Both playing smart pool. Did he clip his ball?
No. No, he was trying to super thin it and ended up missing together.
I think Kelly just needs to play his 14 down here and run in and just separate these balls, and then
and not hard.
Just and the 8 moves down here, and then he'll have a shot to play the 9 off, come up table for it.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to hit it real hard.
Okay, he did it just right, and he's got, like for me, shoot the shot, I'd be looking at the 2 rail, 3 rail, come around, this kind of thing.
Oh, he missed it. I was gonna say he's got to be careful with that side pocket.
Well, he got there to the 8, nice and straight, but he did miss.
Which means the cue ball wouldn't have been right there had he made it.
Yeah. For me, I would have liked to go 3 rail, come this way. I'm more of a fan of that than try to, play that angle to come down this way.
Yeah, the only reason I like that angle there is he was cueing right next to all this ball right here, and kind of makes it harder to be able to put a big stroke on the ball when you're playing next to something. So
Matt has a shot on the 3, and he played that pretty smartly, because that goes in there. He has that 5.
Kelly's in a spot here where he's gonna kick, and if he gets this ball in the pocket, he's gonna probably kick again, unless he hits it super soft and leaves a cue ball right here for a thin cut on that. But he's back cutting this kick, so he's probably gonna end up.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be. If he makes it, he'll be kicking again. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah. Unless he goes all Shane Van Boning on it and kicks it in and comes 3 rails like this.
True.
That's a good hit.
Got himself a nice hit. He didn't give away ball in hand, so it's basically forcing Matt to have to do work here.
Matt's got a pretty decent table here, so He should have a good chance to get out here and narrow the gap to 1. But he's got to bear down and make these balls. My damn dog's a diva. She sat here and pawed at me and stared at her bowls until I got up and got her food and water. And then she took one lick of the water and went and laid down in her bed and just staring at me from afar. What an asshole. It's just like my kids. So he left himself a long shot on the 3, but it's an easy cut shot, and he wants to just come off the rail and come back up into this part of the table. Hit a little thick. He's got to come with a pretty good shot here.
He's a little 50-yard line on the 2 ball. Still doable. Thing is to don't get carried away with the draw and clip off of that 1 and draw this. Hey, Josh, I'm going to refresh, change my color.
All right. I thought the pink fit you pretty good, but apparently not. He's going to take some time. There's just so many people talking in the chat. It's hard to keep up with the chat on YouTube here. Some good conversation going, though. I didn't want to overhit it and just ended up missing it.
Yeah, but the 1 is stuck to the 8, so it's going to require a very specific shape. Kelly's going to have to really stroke this to get down there.
Yeah, and he needs to put a lot of left English if he's going forward. He doesn't want to put high left because it's going to come down this direction. Well, it did. I was going to say it's going to bring that 2 into play. So he wanted to put more left-hand English to have it come this direction, because then it comes.
I'll tell you, he can see it.
Can he? Wow, that's pretty fortunate.
Literally, yeah, very fortunate. It literally just enough, and and it's kind of that perfect angle he would have needed to pocket the 8, but it's there.
Nice.
Well, that's not a terrible miss. It went, and he didn't cut it as much as he wanted to, but leaving it hanging there and then not leaving Matt a really good shot still favored Kelly a lot.
So yeah, he shot that a little fast, playing that ball down into this corner pocket. I was going to try to explain that when you're coming 3 rails and you're cutting a ball like that, if you're using high left English, it straightens out, comes further down this way, which tightens in here and will bring it in this direction, which brought that 2 into play. Now, when you're playing that cut shot, if you use, instead of putting high left, if you just use like center left, put a lot of left-hand English on it, then it actually comes off and it brings you into this direction, which widens it out down here and comes over here and leaves the 2 completely out of play. But yeah, he got pretty fortunate there. I thought for sure he'd hooked himself.
Yeah, I looked at the video screen. It definitely looked like he was hooked. I'm sitting right in line with that. I can see it went by there, and he just was happy that he could see it, and then didn't give it the same respect that he did on the time shot to get there. Got down, took his time, and all that. The 8 ball, he kind of took it for granted because he could see it and knew it went.
So what would you do here, Rich? I mean, for me, yeah, go for it. I want to know what you would do here.
Well,
crossbank, of course.
I would, for me, I think
I can tell you, Rich, you're cutting up a lot.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it down because he's standing right next to me.
Oh, gotcha.
But I would be cross-banking the 1 ball up table because that's the worst of the 2. Because the cue ball, remember the rule of thumb about the double kiss.
Yeah.
So he could have shot the cue ball straight in here, so the double kiss wasn't going to be in play. And granted, it's a tough shot, but you drill that up this way, and then your cue ball is going to be going this way towards the 2 and potentially giving you a decent shot on the 2. If you made it. But either way, you do a tough shot on that 2 ball, whether you cut it or bank or whatever, you're still going to end up in a really tough position on the 1 ball.
See, and for me, I would have cut the 2 up into this corner pocket up here, and I would have played it with some right-hand English to try to come down and run into the 1. And obviously that's tough to do, but I'm not too worried about it because even if I miss it and I come down this direction, I'd have a good bank shot on the 1. So I would have probably tried to play the cut, but I'm not good at banking with cross banks like that. So you are, but either way, he ended up scratching there. He was in a super tough spot. I don't think any of us would have been high percentage to get out there. So Kelly gets up 5-2 and Matt to break. Matt makes the ball on the break. Has a table to get started on here. Has a shot at both suited balls. I would prefer solids here probably. This is an issue, but he's got the 5 ball to take care of that. Hit that pretty fast and ended up hooking himself. So now he's going to have to come with a kick shot here. He doesn't want to kick in and somehow open these up right yet. He wants to try to play a combo on that 13 and leave that tied up for Kelly to have to deal with.
Yep, I had to step away for just a second there. I had someone coming up and asking some questions. Haley's sending people over here to telling them I'm a DJ, and so they're all over here with money.
Oh my God!
Yeah, hey, can you play this one next? I'm like, here, give me the money.
Yeah.
And the
So
gal
this
that
is
was just up here actually gave me $1, and I'm keeping it.
he doesn't want to hammer this. Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't want to hammer it because he's gonna tie his 2 up. So that's too bad. He can actually slow down a little bit, take a look at what he's doing here because he can play this 4 here and draw off and break this out right now.
Yeah,
but he didn't even look at it. So
nope. I'm not even sure if he has a plan for it. I think he's just he's just in pocketing balls mode.
Yeah.
And now he's in a very
he's going to be in a tough spot here because he tied his 2 up and doesn't really have a way to get to it now. Even that last shot he just shot, I would have shot the 1 first, came off over here like this, and had a back cut on this, and I could have ran down and broke that out.
Oh, he tried.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. But this game's in Matt's favor now because all of his balls go, including that 11 ball.
Yeah, and I think if I was Matt, I'd be shooting that 11 ball right now just because he has perfect shape on it. I'm not a big fan of leaving that kind of stuff, because of the just in case I miss kind of thing. Yeah, I don't ever like to think that way, but
going the route he's going isn't too bad because you cut that 11 in and, cue ball's going to be running into a bunch of stuff and making some issues there. So
but he had the 2 balls right here in front of the pocket for him to bail out.
Well, now I would definitely be shooting that 11 ball.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Rich, but like where he was, if he comes over and hits some balls, he would have been leaving himself like a combo or something funny. What he did, the route he went, was perfect in my mind because super easy to make sure and still be able to get in line on that 11. Had plenty of balls to be able to get shaped to that 11, but his line he had was super easy. He got there, was perfect on that 11 ball, and he had move this ball out of the way. So now he had a pathway for shape. But he ended up missing the 9 ball. He was going to save that 11 till last because it blocks Kelly's 2.
Yeah, and see, I'm not a fan of that.
Me neither.
I mean, it's definitely still doable, and he ended up, I was really surprised he missed a 9 in the side, but he did and left Kelly very tough shot. And I got to say, I would have started with the 9 ball here first, leaving that 14.
Yeah, because now he's got...
Now he's got to play that 3 rail and get out to the middle of the table to get perfect on this 11. So a lot of bad can happen. I give him credit. That was a pretty good safety. I mean, I think Kelly can see this to save back. But, it just shows you Matt's really thinking here.
Well, Kelly's got to go 1 rail at it.
See, the thing that Matt has going for him is that all of Kelly's balls are neutral. So he just, Matt just has to make sure he puts the cue ball in spots where Kelly doesn't have one. So he's going for this cut. I don't hate it, but oh wow. Matt coming from Goldendale, I don't know if he run over a raccoon or a squirrel or something, but bulldogs are not being too nice to him right now. Hey Josh, I made $1 in this match.
Still haven't heard you play any music, DJ.
Oh, I played a bunch from my app, but somebody else started playing music, so I stopped. But yeah, she came over and gave me $1 and goes, "Can you play this song?" And it was a George Michael song. I was like, no. I'm not playing that song. So Kelly has this 4 ball, an 8, which he got perfect to get himself on the hill.
Yeah, made a good little out with 4 balls there.
Yeah, and not only does it put him on the hill, but he also has the break. Nicely done. All right, now if he's on the hill, his rack and break.
Now, I don't want to be Captain Obvious here, but there's a really big... So Kelly's played 2 of these BFSs in the past. He's played Jeffrey Me, and Jeffrey beat him both times. The last time Kelly was shooting a lot better, but there's a big difference between that match and this match so far, and that's the fact that Kelly's not shooting the 8 ball in out of turn in this match. I don't know if he reread the rules and realizes that's not a good thing to do or what, but
yeah, well, I'm sure after Kelsey won hers, probably went home and said, "See, 8 ball goes in last."
Yeah, and Matt came out shooting good in this one. He's
he
kind
did.
of been struggling as of late here, and Kelly's on the hill now, so that's a big thing. So Matt has no more to give.
You see Crystal's comment for you?
Yeah, I seen that. I was going to tell her to give my Pookie a hug and make sure he knows I love him. That was an ugly break.
Yes.
Cue ball came flying backwards, which means not all the energy went into that. And using the regular rack, you have to have all that energy go into the rack. So Matt's going to have his option here between solids or stripes.
Yeah, and I think I like solids just because this 4 ball goes.
Yeah.
I can't tell if a 10 ball does or not, but it's in relation to where it sits next to that 8 ball, it's super tough. So yeah, solids would definitely be the route I would go.
Matt's shooting kind of fast now.
Yeah, I think he's kind of feeling the pressure and trying to rush it a little bit to tie it up.
Yeah, feeling a little bit of pressure. Kelly's shooting good now, and he's on the hill, and Matt's had some chances in the last couple racks and didn't finish. So that puts a lot of pressure. It's easy to put a lot of pressure on yourself at that point. And I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I
So
don't know either.
I'm just gonna chalk
But
it up
it's
to
not
being a
gonna,
miscue and see what Matt can do from here.
yeah, it's not gonna hurt him too much. I mean, he only left Matt the 6 ball. Everything else is kind of tied up. Uh, so he's gonna have to work it. Oh, he opted to just play safe and give that mess back to Kelly. Have him work it out a little bit. Um, with Kelly's lead, he can opt to get a little more aggressive if he wants to, but he's called it safe. Um, so he's basically learned to just play smart all the way through, regardless of the score or anything else. Kelly was pretty well determined to win this one, probably even more so than the other two, just because he's lost two. So he was really, really, really wanting to win this.
Well, and this one's a little different too because it's not like he's playing a good friend of his. Him and Kelly are good friends, so this is somebody he knows and everything, but he's obviously not like close friends with. So it's going to mean a little bit more probably at that point. You don't want to put yourself out there in a match like this with somebody that's not a good friend of yours and end up coming up short again for a third time.
Well, Kelly left himself a nice little back cut on this to get the breakout.
Yep.
He had Delmer come watch the hit just to be on the safe side. Pocketed the ball. Has a shot. 10 into the side. Makes that. Doesn't have a good shot on the 12, but I think he can see this. But he's opting to play the 12 here.
As I say, he's going to play the 12 because he's going to try to manipulate that 14-8 into a better position.
He hit that really well. Unfortunately, he ended up pretty straight on the 13 ball. If there's an angle, go up the table, down. Look, trying to. I'm going to come up a little short.
I made a good effort at it, though.
Yeah, he did. That, half the battle is recognizing what's available, and he saw that was there, and he made a good move on it. Unfortunately, he opted for the kick to this corner and fouled, giving Matt ball in hand. And Matt's got a number of issues here. I think for me, I would start with the 5 ball into this pocket.
Yeah. So now tell me, when you play that 5 ball, do you go ahead and roll forward?
Well, I would roll forward just a little so that I could play the 7 here next.
Yep. 7, then the 4, then play the 2-6, use the 1 as your key ball to the 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's setting up for the combo.
Cardinal sin with ball in hand is to start with a combo when you have other options.
Yeah, but he hit that pretty good.
Yep.
Now it looks like the 7 still passes here into a half pocket. But he's calling safe. I would be shooting the 5 right there.
Yeah. If he's
afraid
not
of missing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if he's not confident in the shot, then be better off to do something like this than.
Ooh, he almost found that magical angle again to scratch. If you're playing safe, why hit it so hard to bring the cue ball all the way back down here?
Yeah.
Leave it up in here somewhere, or play a different angle so that cue ball might end up over on this side. So now you're really forcing his hand. But he got lucky that the cue ball stopped where it did, because one less roll, he could see every bit of that ball, and one roll too many, he'd be able to cut that. So it was very risky.
He's trying to tie up those two balls. Didn't get him tied up, but what he did do is, with ball in hand, Matt is forced to start with the one ball.
Yep, that's true. I don't. That could have been done. That could have been done differently for sure. But it's not a horrible idea, and I don't like starting with the 6. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, he can still work the table out from here. You can still make that one and play shape to some of these other balls later, but I don't see a big.
Yeah, but when you have ball in hand, you could have set it up perfectly for the 1 to come off perfectly to shoot the 5 over there, the 2 over here. I mean, he kind of has it now, but see what happens. So now he's forced to shoot the 7 ball, which is the one you won for last before the 8.
Yep.
I mean, it's still doable as long as he doesn't overhit this one and he leaves himself the shot of the 2 in the side. Then he'll have the 5 here. The 8 does not go here, so he'll need to make sure he's over here. He's just power stroking.
Yeah, left himself in a tough spot. He might end up playing another safety here. He can back cut this too and come off and come out like this. But that's a speed control shot for sure.
Well, he did call a safety. So we'll see what he does here. I think he's looking at exactly what you said. Yeah, he did just that. But see, now he left his balls in a tough position where now Kelly could thin it and come out, even maybe in this kind of an area. Right here leaves the combo on the 2.
Did Kelly call the bank? That's an aggressive shot. And I spoke too soon when I said about making the 8 out of turn. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's bound to get one, huh?
That was a super aggressive shot there.
Yeah, and that's why that kind of result came into play, because he's just trying to close it out instead of continuing to play smart. He could have played that safety and just get into that chess match here. Don't do anything crazy.
Yeah. That brings it a little closer. 6-3. He's still on the hill. He's got the break. Yeah. That gave Matt a little bell out there and gave him some more breathing room to try to keep clawing back in this match. Looks like Kelly's taking a bathroom break.
Yeah, they're both in there. So I don't know.
I think I'm gonna take it as a chance to take a bathroom break as well, since I'm not there.
Yeah, may as well. Okay, and we're back. Was Matt's break? Made a ball on the break. Has some good opening shots here. We can choose between solid and stripe. 4 ball right here. does go to the side currently. Um, so he literally could play shape to that from the 5. It looks like he's playing the 14. Oh, he's going to... He almost returned the favor of the early 8. He was trying to come in here and bump that break it apart because 13 does not go here. Good attempt. Just a little too much. Too much English. Okay, so Matt hit that pretty good. One thing he could do is just kind of come over here, play into this area, and give himself a back angle. He hit that too hard. Still has a cut on the 9, but if he hits that with enough inside English hold, then the cue ball can hold and come across and give this a bump. Much harder than had he just come over into this area and give himself a nice angle to go get it. So he missed again, and now has no shot. He's gonna have to try to manufacture some sort of safety. Looks like he's looking to solve his problem ball, open that up, and then just hit it with enough speed to roll this 4 in here and tie up. I think is what he's looking to do now. Can't be hit too hard, but has to be hit with enough speed that something gets the rail. Now he hit it with a little more speed. 7 ball banked out, but the 4 ended up back in there.
I think that 4 can slip in there, though.
It might. The 7 ball is blocking the 15 now, so that helps. So Kelly ended up a little short on shape, has a thinner cut on the 3. The cue ball is going to be coming down table just because of how thin he's going to be hitting this. Oh, caught too much rail. So Matt has an opportunity here. The 13 goes to both the side and the corner. But like I said, he needs to address this 15. So he needs to just play like right in here somewhere to play that way into the corner.
Looks like you're drawing some kind of guy with glasses and like, I know I'm not there, Rich. I know you miss me, but you don't have to start drawing me on the screen. Yeah, he just got to lay up nice and easy on this and leave himself that shot. That's exactly what he did.
And he did. He gave himself a good look at it. Nice little angle on there to be able to just come off like this. Play the 13 here.
Yeah, just a little bit center high. Just got to make sure and make this 15 ball.
Yeah, that's the important part. Make sure to pocket this ball, because if he misses this, Kelly's going to win this match. No, he hit that really good. Ended up coming across. So he's going to be 3-top on the 2, playing that 13 over here. But since the 8's right in front of the pocket, he doesn't really have to do much other than pocket this ball. Don't get too crazy. Don't try to do anything fancy for shape. Just roll it in. Let the cue ball come into here somewhere. Take your time with it. Wow.
Missed that ball. left Kelly an opportunity here. He's got a duck down here in the bottom left-hand corner to start with.
Yep, and I think he's probably going to come out and just. Whoa!
Woo! Boy.
likes to flirt with that thing.
Yeah.
So now, he can't just roll this 2 in. You gotta be able to play shape. So hold it back a little bit. He has a cuttable 5 here, and the cue ball, will come up for the 7. It's okay. Don't want to overhit this and end up at the top of the table.
The only good thing about that is he's got natural shape to come down this way for the 4 ball. He's at this point, he's just got to make the balls.
And yeah, he did. And I think, like I said, if Matt were to not get out, Kelly is going to win the match, and he's going to prove me right here. Oh, I might have spoke too soon here. But, it's not a tough jump. Literally, if he just hits it, it should go in. It's just a matter of what's going to happen to the cue ball. But I think it's a pretty high percentage for him to pocket this ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, he's pretty amped up, too. So, things are just not flashes. Wow. Going to get a good roll here. Which he did. He took away the back cut on the 13. It does not go here.
Yeah, but you know what? This is one of those spots where I wouldn't be surprised if Matt just banked it to this bottom corner and just drilled it.
And it goes in. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you miss an opportunity like that, I don't know if Kelly just overhit it because he was amped up playing shape to the 8, or if he was indecisive as far as playing shape to here for the 8 or coming all the way back out here for the 8, and he just went in between. But
yeah,
definitely
I think he was just took it for granted. Just pocket this ball and then I'm out. And he didn't really realize that, he needed to, like you said, get on this half of the table where he's wide open. But yeah, left Matt very tough here. I don't know if he's called a pocket yet. I have not seen him yet. But he's studying it. And even if that back cut is there, it's one of those where you're going to be hitting it like straight on and need a ton of spin to throw it.
Depends how good he is at doing stop shots too. If he stopped that cue ball right here on the 8,
yeah,
that'd be a good safety too. But I'm not sure he'll do that.
He called this corner over here.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, he can pull away from that corner pocket down there, but that's definitely a tough shot.
Yeah, I don't think he has to do draw or anything. I think his natural angle is going to bring it, right into this point here, like this. But it's scary nonetheless, and tough.
Well, I was going to say he's hitting it really thin, so. But he didn't put a really good stroke on that ball either. He kind of gave up on the stroke. No, he did not.
He hit that with a lot of indecision. And the scratch, giving Kelly a nice ball in hand to win the match. All right, Josh, I'm going to sign off here and go do my thing.
All right. And we're done. Kelly wins 7-3. Got that monkey off his back. So good job, Kelly. Good job, Matt. Made some mistakes there that probably don't normally make, so it was tougher than that. There you go. So something you're definitely going to be able to go back, watch, and try to improve on. I'm sure we'll see you back again. Both players played good. Kelly's shooting pretty good, though. He started out pretty struggling quite a bit, but he got it together and started playing more of a confident stroke, and the results were there.